Hi guys. Woo. Yeah, so what am I doing? What am I talking about today? Oh yes. So I am gonna be finishing this is the second part of that video that I did, titled basically when I was opening up, so to speak, about my sexuality. I said that I'd do a part 2. Yeah, said I'd do a part 2. So in this part 2, I'm going to be talking about first dates, my first date, in terms of how it went for me, both as like an autistic person and as someone who really wasn't very sure about her sexuality at the time. And I'm going to be talking about why I generally don't mix friendship with relationship / intimacy / whatever else you want to call it. Sorry if I'm coming across a bit I don't really know what to call it, hectic, a bit too much maybe. I just had a ton of coffee. Yeah. Just came back home from being out, and yeah, that got me all worked up, for reasons which I'm not going to go into. But anyway, so on to the topic at hand. Okay, so my first date was fairly recently, I'd say. By recently, I mean last year. With this guy, I'm not going to say his name, obviously. One of the reasons being that I have him online, and yeah, I don't want to put his name out there for, what am I saying? Yeah, just to be respectful, pretty much. Anyway, so, this guy was the brother of a very good friend of my mum's. Obviously, it's gonna be a setup by my mum, because she just wants me to get out and start dating, because she thinks that, yeah, at the time she thought that I should just get out and mingle and socialize and date and socialize, and yeah, she really wanted to get that happening. So she set me up on a date with her friend's brother. Now, so her friend contacted me. She started talking to me about her brother. She told me that he was around my age, which doesn't really matter to me. I mean, obviously it does, but like if he was 10 years younger than me, obviously it would matter. But if he's like 5 or 3 years younger, it's not generally something I'd worry about. Actually, 5 is too much. Say around 4 or 3 years younger or older is generally what I'd stay within in terms of looking at potential partners. Anyway, that went off track. Excuse me. So yeah, he was around my age. She thought that we would be a good match because, like me, he also has, apparently, this is what she was saying. He also has very, very extreme anxiety. So she said that he would be able to relate to me in terms of the problems that I have had and still have with mental health. So that was another reason. We're both Māori, both from New Zealand, so another thing in his favour, or my favour, whatever. So yeah, she got me onto him connected me online with him, and we started chatting online beforehand, kind of figuring out what we were going to do on this first date thing. And I was very upfront, basically. I told him, I was very clear about it. I said, I don't like going to places that are very stimulating. I don't like crowds. I don't like going to crowded places. So generally, that rules out most restaurants. I told him that I don't really like places that are very noisy and that have a lot of flashing bright lights. I told him, I basically said that all of that stuff is kind of out for me. And I know it sounds very unreasonable for some people, and, probably sounds like, I don't know, I know for some guys they probably think that because they can't take me, they can't go to all those places. There isn't much that they could do, and it's very limiting, their options. Yeah.